Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brandon. So how about a video about Corvettes? Mine is still in the shop. It's been in the shop for like 2 weeks. It's a long story. I'll get into it once I get some resolution here on what's happening. We're just requalifying it for a third time as a lemon. So it's crazy. Okay, so what I was going to tell you is, so that white C8 that crashed at Laguna Seca, that car, I'm glad I brought up the Pythagorean theorem the other day when I was talking about all this stuff, because it's dawned on me what's going on. General Motors has a program that keeps everything under wraps, and it dawned on me they're keeping the brakes under wraps. So what they do is they bring the brakes down to 80%, maybe 90%, but I think it's like 80s. That's why the car only pulls 0.8 lateral G of stopping instead of over 1 lateral G of stopping. So they computer override the brakes. That way the tires don't lose grip. That way you don't see the car spin. So what they've done is they've created a situation where the cars, it's basically impossible to high speed spin a car, because they have, which also means it's impossible to drift one, because the moment that you even begin to drift, the car thinks you're going to spin it because it doesn't think you know what you're doing. So the car takes away your brakes. So General Motors doesn't teach us that the cars are going to do this stuff. When we do it at Spring Mountain, we're going under 70 miles per hour. The ediff program flips above 70, and it progressively gets worse and worse up above 100. Well, understand something is the ediff program locks out further and further. The front wheels and tires can no longer cause the car to pull 1.2 lateral G, because now they've got the car working against them, so they start to unhook at an even lower lateral G. Call it 1.0 lateral G. They're unhooking. And since the program knows that, the guys who programmed it all, they know that if they have too much of a vector of braking applied as well, the car won't be able to, it'll unhook the front tires and it'll plow straight. So what they've done is they limit the braking to 80%. So the reason why they had to have it so that the brake pedal doesn't vibrate is because we would be able to systematically be able to go out, get into a hot turn coming down from over 100 miles per hour, and we'd be able to map very easily. Now see here, the ABS is activating, and I'm only pulling 0.8 lateral G, according to my dash. Now see here, in another situation, the ABS doesn't activate until I get over 1 lateral G, according to my dash. We would be able to map the program the same way that I was able to map the ediff program using the dash display. We would be able to map the ABS activating at 0.8 lateral G of deceleration, because when the brake pedal would vibrate, that would be an audible noise. We'd be able to hear it. Instead, it's just a very minute tick behind the dash, which I more than logged in the previous videos. But anyway, so that's what's going on, guys. So it's not just the ediff program, it's the brakes are limited. And by General Motors not telling us that they're limiting the brakes in certain situations, that's a lawsuit in itself. So really what needs to happen is there needs to be a petition for General Motors to reveal how these programs work, so that we can study the programs and understand the magnitude of the situation of when the brakes are going to be taken away from us. Because when you take the brakes away, when you're slowing down from over 100 miles per hour, it takes you 20% longer to stop. So a professional driver, they work their way up, like in 5 mile per hour increments, let's say, and all of a sudden the thing takes away 20%. So you're now stopping 25% longer, because the 5 that you added in miles per hour plus the 20% less braking force. And I have a feeling there's a square relationship to this whole thing, meaning it's not just 25% longer, it's like 40% longer or something like that. But anyway, neither here nor there. 25% is still a lot. See ya.